Welcome back, my fellow Hold on, I'm sorry. Welcome back, my fellow cancellations, to Canceled One-on-One on Canceled with Ryan Murphy. Class is canceled. This episode is about, hey, fights canceled because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and we're starting to hear stories unfold through ESPN and all these other news sources that Dana White's trying very hard to get something together for May 19th. As far as he's concerned, there is an event booked and fighters booked to fight. A lot of them are some of the postponements from UFC 249, which I was supposed to be at. Sadly, could not go, obviously, because of the pandemic, with my nephew, a whole bunch of friends of mine that we traditionally go to these UFC fights. We got to see great fights before. We got to watch Conor. We got to watch GSP fight. We got to watch DC, Derek Lewis, Stipe Miocic, you name it. We've seen these guys fight. And as a tradition, we go as a group. And sadly, we weren't able to do that. So our reunion was a little bit put on hold. Hopefully, in the near future, we'll be able to go to a future UFC or MMA event. Like I said, a lot of fights got postponed and pushed over, namely the Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje fight, which was originally supposed to be Tony Khabib, which is another reason why I'm sad. I'll get into that a little later. Like I said, Dana's, really hustling, trying to get things, trying to get the fight on. He's, trying to come up with strategies in which to, house the event, which was the biggest logistics issue with getting any of this put together. And like I said, I commend this guy for really trying to push this fight during the coronavirus situation to put it on for May 9th, as opposed to doing like what most other people are doing and just saying wait until it all blows over and maybe 2021 we could see something again, which, I sort of feel the same way he does. I'd like to be back out there sooner than later. Although as far as it being healthy, only if it's healthy. Only 100% if it's 100% healthy for the fighters and for anybody in attendance. Even if it's not the audience and we're all watching it from home, we still want it to be safe for the fighters. So it doesn't go on, as far as I'm concerned, unless that happens as well. But he totally assures us that it will be 100% safe for them. He's really hustling, making moves, trying to find places to have this happen. The first one was a Native American reservation in Arizona that has a casino that they were hoping had some sort of a sovereignty loophole to where they can hold events on a mainland United States still under lockdown. That was scrapped by Disney. Obviously, if Disney and the government are going to tell you, no, you're not doing it, Dana. Sorry. I mean, I would love to see you pull through this somehow. And there is still another option. That island you bought. Dana White, that's right, bought an island last week, I think that was finalized, which could possibly house events in the future, which is fantastic as far as I'm concerned, because that's just like a fantasy. It's, like from when I was a kid, I wanted to see a real life Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, blood sport, Kumite situation. Enter the Dragon is mostly what I think of, and Bruce Lee on the boat going to that island. So Fight Island is like a big, huge fantasy being fulfilled as a fight fan. You get to watch, people from different disciplines sail or fly out to an island and then duke it out and see who's best. Hopefully we get to see, some of these fights sooner than later on Fight Island, just to see how that would work out in a situation. I don't know what the sovereignty situation is with the island. I was under the assumption that it was in the Bahamas, so maybe that's under their jurisdiction. Maybe they're a little bit more lax with this lockdown situation. Possibly, from what I understand, is that there's not going to be an audience for a while, but they will have the fight and the fight camps there, the trainers and the event staff. Like I said, I really hope it goes off. As excited as I am about Fight Island, which I love the fucking Fight Island idea, I am deeply saddened by the one fight that was the fight that any MMA or even fight fan in general has been saying they wanted to see for years, that has been postponed or canceled not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but 5 times. Is it cursed? I don't believe in hocus pocus. I don't believe in curses, but there's a lot of things that happen, namely in baseball, but sometimes in fights, that superstition really holds domain over. And honestly, it's jinxed. Officially 5 times, this fight's never going to happen. Maybe if we're lucky in the future, we'll get a post-retirement returns for this one epic fight, but I doubt that, and I totally do not recommend these two guys getting into the octagon over the age of 40. Very, dangerous, people taking knocks that age to even get in later on, and it won't be that exciting. It won't be them in their prime. Like I said, I'm deeply saddened, as many people that I know who are close to me are deeply saddened and hurt that this fight is not going to go down. I know guys who bought tickets and then had refunds, canceled flights to Vegas. I bought ticket to watch them in Brooklyn a few years back, and then just didn't go to that because I was so disgusted that it wasn't going down, because that was the 4th time that they canceled it. So now that it's the 5th time, they refunded me my money. I got my plane tickets canceled. And, I hope that in the near future, a Fight Island fight might sort of redeem this whole situation. Now, as hurt as I am about the fight, I guess you guys can notice that I'm a little hurt here. Me and the wife, we go into some light sparring, and we only have one headset in the house, being that it's coronavirus lockdown. So you got to work out, and sometimes you got to take the shiner that she gives you. Nah, all joking aside, my wife actually really did give me this shiner. She did a pretty good job with the makeup though, right? What do you think? Anyway, I'll be going live tomorrow about the UFC cancellated. Is that a new word? I think I just invented a word. I should copyright that. Cancellated. About all the canceled UFC fights and about Fight Island. The title of the live cast is going to be called Fight Island. It's tomorrow at 3 p.m. here on Canceled with Ryan Murphy. I will be going live tonight on my buddy's stream on Nothing Network, and he will also be the guest tomorrow. His name's Mike Liris from Nothing Network. Shout out to Mike and John at Nothing Network. And the episode of his show, Dumbfounded Dipshits, will be on black holes and stuff that are also holes. All right, so tune into that at 9:30 tonight. We'll be going live. And I'd like to give a shout out to Big Critique, Mark, Big Critique, and like I just did, Mike and John over at Nothing Network for their support. And Adrian! Paula! I did it! Hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you want to see something in the future, some future content. I know I've been doing a lot of sports videos, but I will be doing those movie, pop culture, music videos in the future. Just hit like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to hear. Take care, everybody. Peace from Canceled with Ryan Murphy.